dropping my tea. Being present with the smell of this strawberry and rhubarb tea. So I've just done a bit of saging. I've got my beautiful orchids behind me, and I thought I'd come in a different part of the room and do a message for today with the tarot and oracles. I'm going to be doing more of these videos as well. Like I said, I love doing different things, not that this is new, but new things are coming, as I've always said, with this channel, in forms of whatever it turns up as. So we will start. I've saged the cards. I'll show you which decks I've got, which I just resonated with, and then we'll read them out. So just clearing the space. A bit of this at the beginning and the end. Bit of my oil, which I'm running out. Putting the intentions of what I want to put out today. So calming. So I have chosen Asking It Is Given, the Sacred Self-Care, Angels and Ancestors. I got a beautiful message in for me today, and Star Temple, and Earth Magic. Is it Earth Day today? I said Happy Earth Day, so if it is Happy Earth Day, but Earth Magic. So let's see what deck we're going to pull first. I think I'll leave them till last. And I'm going to switch cameras. And it's a beautiful day today. Oh my god, it is gorgeous. There's a lot more tidying up I have to do in here still. Trying to look at what I don't want in this room at the minute, but let's get into it. So, got this setup going on. So, we've got a selenite down here. We've got just been saging. I'm just going to move that over there. Got the decks down here and my tea. Rhubarb and strawberry. Right, let's get into this. I'm going to go with the Star Temple Oracle and see what we get. See what falls out. Because I'm not sat at a table, I can't shuffle the way I do sometimes. 1. I normally go with 3. 2. Oh, we've got 3. We've got 3 here. We have got 3. 2 came out with the first one. So the first one is the inner temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. So we're going to put this out first, then we're going to go through the whole story of it. Beautiful. Green candles. So I'm just going to put that there. Actually, just let me move this out of the way. I know this isn't very low. I am going to order myself a little tripod that will come lower so you can actually see the cards, but I've not done that yet. The next one is the visionary, awake. With an intuitive perspective, I see a big picture. Now this is a reading, an overall reading for the energy of everybody. Beautiful, beautiful message. And then the last one is, this is beautiful. I mean, I'm always going on about this. This is beautiful. Electra, 16, which is 7. 7's my number. The morning star, radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. That is absolutely beautiful. And it's like the armour of God. Isn't that what's going on at the minute with the energies? That is beautiful. Wow. So that's that. We're going to do a whole story with this. So we'll do earth magic next. It's a lot of earth magic. Beautiful earth magic. So let's see. I'm just going to see what the message is for you guys. Anybody watching? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this is more on an energy level. One. Just pick that up a minute. I'll put it there. Oh, 2. And we've got some flipped over that shouldn't be over. Or maybe, or did they flip over? Oh yeah, so we've got 4. Wow. Can tell what this is going to be. So we've got them, and this turns out to be, let's have a look, flip them over. We have got instinct. We have got unfoldment. It's a bit like my flower painting. Well, it's not like my flower painting, but you know, my flowers at lotus. We know that's spiritual flower. Done in a lot of spiritual texts and paintings. DNA, which says karma. Yes. And we've got love, compassion. What a beautiful reading today. I mean, oh my God. Beautiful. Can't be resonating enough with what the message is. And then we will go with angels and ancestors, what the angels and ancestors want to give us. I got a beautiful one today, so I'm just going to mix mine in somewhere, because it's not for you guys, it's for me. So shuffle these a bit. And maybe we have to see, 1, 2. Beautiful, beautiful. This one flips over. Yes, yes, yes. We've got Peacekeeper, because she's holding the peace pipe. We've got the Great Teacher. This is beautiful energy. Definitely in the times with what's going on right now, what we should be doing. The Stag, which is trust and thrive, which I'm always talking about. If you're in lack, you're not really thriving. We've got that going on. So what I'll do is I'll do the story, the message in this, and then I'll do the sacred self-care and asking it is given. So let's have a look. So if you can see down there, I'm just going to pick these up. We've got actually, I'll read it from down here. I'll put it together. I'll keep picking it up. I did show you the pictures. So we put this out in alignment, sort of going across here, here and here. So that's the order they came out in. I know you probably can't see properly, but we had the inner temple flowing into the visionary, awake. So we got life lessons, awake. and radiance. When we go within, there's a lot of life lessons we get when we go within. And this says, I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth, because you start reflecting on self. And in that picture, there's green candles around her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chakras maybe there, but they're green. And heart chakra, I would say you go in and you come from the heart and you look at things truthfully. And this is why I'm saying always reflect, and you'll get a deep spiritual growth from doing that if you're actually real with yourself. It's about you, nobody else. It's about you. Everything's about you. No one out there is doing anything to you. Blah, 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 blah. It's all down to you and how you will flow, you know, when you start reflecting on stuff, which goes into the visionary awake. With an intuitive perspective, I see the bigger picture. Everyone is intuitive. And when you go within, like this lady's got a lot of light coming out of her third eye, because that's the inner eye. That's what we use when we go within. These are the eyes that see the 3D and the outer world. The third eye is the inner world, the inner realm, that you may get visions, you know, things that come in for you intuitively, matching up, joining your dots, nobody else's, yours. What you see is for you. Sometimes it's for the collective, a lot of the time, but a lot of the time it is you. It's your higher self coming in to give you the guidance and the knowing, and to let you know where to move on your next step forward on your path. And then it goes into Electra, and it's funny that, because that's 34 and that's 7 again. And then we've got Electra, the morning star. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. Radiance is everybody's birthright. You could call that the ascension. When you are going within, like the first card said, and then you're awake to yourself and your inner knowing, you will reach for the stars, because you're breaking away from all that, as we know, programming and things that have been put on you from the past traumas and stuff. We're letting go of all that. So, you know, then you will reach for the stars. Like this one has got like armour on, gold armour as well, godlike armour, reaching for the stars with your armour on, armour of God. Nothing can touch you when you're in your radiance. This is why we say shine your light. You do get people that want to bring your light down, as we know, but your light is your light, and you're protected in your light when you're standing strong in your light. And then after that we got the next set of cards, which was, I think it was the Earth. Was it Earth Magic? We got Wolf. The Wolf. It's funny because people going about wolf in sheep's clothing. Well, we're all that, the ones who were rebelling, because why would you want to be a wolf? What is it? A sheep in wolf's clothing. It's like, now we want to be the wolf, because the wolf is bringing instinct. I got told one of my protectors was a white wolf, actually, but instinct. A lot of people having an instinct now, your inner instinct of knowing what to do now. A lot of people are seeing different things, especially in the 3D, and realising there's something that's not quite right, and they're going with the instinct, their gut, and they're moving away from certain things, or beginning to wake up to certain things, and actually using the instinct and not going with what people are saying, or like the government or whatever. They're actually, you know, knowing there's something off, or they're going with their instinct and starting to use that more, because maybe the things that they're seeing. With the instincts, like the first cards, it all flows. Lotus flower is the unfoldment. Again, the unfoldment of you coming into your awakened power. The morning star, your birthright, your radiance starts to unfold, and your path starts to unfold. You unfold like a flower, like the lotus flower, like the painting that I've got, which I'll show again in case anybody is new. Go to a bigger camera. This one that I've shown before was actually called Untitled, The Unfolding, and I've signed it, and this is going up on my Instagram. Hippie Bohemian, it's hippie with a Y. It just needs a bit of a spray on it, but I forgot I didn't finish it off, and I had to finish it off the other day. this little, and they are a bit like oracle card paintings, which maybe that will be my thing, I don't know. But the unfoldment, you know, with the flowers on the eyes of consciousness and the butterfly at the top on the other side, it stands for transformation. So we've got that in. You know, people are still coming into that, people are still coming into that, people are coming into their own. And then we've got DNA, the DNA, which is, this is a beautiful, I'm trying to show you and I've not, there we go. The DNA, well, beautiful, isn't it? Because it's the DNA karma. I believe personally, you know, we are working towards, how would people say? Some people call it karmic debt, but I do believe, you know, you've got to balance your energies up, rising energies, alignment. Because if you get in alignment with source and you're doing everything from the heart and God, source, you can't really go wrong there. But if you're not, there's certain things that are going to come in, and karma normally gets paid around, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, it doesn't have to be in a week, it could be in 6 months or a year. This is why I'm always saying, be careful of what you speak, say and do, because maybe in 6 months or a year you're getting things in that maybe you class as bad, which everything's just a lesson anyway. It's if you learn from it. If you keep getting bad situations in and people and things that you're not really liking, it's again, reflect, go within, reflect, like at the beginning of this message, reflect and go within. Something you're doing is bringing this energy in. Energy flows where focus goes. This is what I'm always putting out. So there we go. And karma's real. And then we've got love and compassion. If you can stop, you know, if you are doing that, go into compassion and love, because this is where we're all going basically with all this ascension, is compassion. Two hands there, compassion for others. Your higher self, you have compassion and love for yourself. You've got to have that first before anything else. No one else can love you if you don't love yourself first. I had to learn that the hard way around about 6 years ago, with something in my life, because nothing comes into your life if you're not loving yourself first. You know, and compassion. And we can have compassion for others, even people we don't get on with, or people you may feel have done something to you. You can still have compassion, because as far as I'm concerned, I can look at people in certain situations, I'm not going to say feel sorry for them, because maybe that's not quite right, but have compassion, because a lot of people who go into the lack mode and destructive mode and want to have destructive energy put on someone else, hurt people, and normally people who come from big traumas take it out on other people because they haven't dealt with it, and they like to hurt others because they felt hurt. It's like a bully bullies because they got bullied maybe, and we're coming out of that. It's have compassion. So I still understand, even with bigger things that are going on in the world right now, with certain people that are getting called out on the media, high ups I'm talking about, we even have to have compassion with these people, because as a lot of us do know, you know, if you're on the path, these people were born into certain families and they know no better. It's not no better. They've just been brought up in it where they think it's normal to do what they do. So it's not like we're going to forget what they've done, but you can have a forgiving heart of, I can understand why they've done what they've done, even though to us it's like, oh my God, I would never do that. That's because you're not born into them families. So there's that going on as well. But one of the biggest main messages, this is where we are all going with love and compassion, you know, just getting back in alignment. And the spiritual path isn't easy. It's, you know, you fall and you get back up, just like with everything else. But as long as you're getting back into alignment with things, you know, you're going the right way. Then we've got the Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. So we've got the Peacekeeper, this lovely Native American Indian girl with the peace pipe, making peace with people, making peace with yourself. Are you actually making peace with yourself? Peace can also mean you can make peace with people, but it still doesn't mean that you have to have them people in your life. It's just like, yeah, bless you on your journey, but thanks and no thanks. You know, that's just being real as well. Whatever's in your life that drags you down, or people that drag you down, or you don't feel good around, you don't have to be around them people. That's what you cut out. It's not wishing them well, it's just you don't have to be around them. And then after that, we've got the great teacher. Well, this is brilliant because this is just to do with everything we're learning, you know, if you're awake and aware. The great teacher looks a bit like Jesus, got the peace, the dove. The great teacher learned from spiritual experiences. We're learning from our experiences. We're learning from other people's experiences. We're learning from other people around us as well, different environments of people and what's going on. But the greatest teacher is you. This is a place, it's like a school, and you do learn from your spiritual experiences. It doesn't mean that because one person's saying one thing, you know, and you must, I've said this before, you must do it this way. No, you do it the way you feel is right for you. And then the last card is the Stag, which is beautiful. It's earthly. We've got the spirals in. Trust and thrive. I've said this before. If you're in fear, you will act from lack. Saying you haven't got anything, this, that, and the other. That's all lack, and the universe will give you more because that's what you're focusing on. We are in thrive mode. That's what we've got to get into. We're not in survival mode anymore. The world's been in survival mode for a very long time. People fighting, arguing, thinking they're in competition, thinking they haven't got enough. When you have, it's abundant, and the world is abundant. You only have to look in nature. You need to get back on track with getting an alignment of saying that to yourself with affirmations, whatever it is, it works for you. But now is the time to trust and to get back in and to trust that we can thrive. There's lots of things going on in the outer world that can affect us on the inner world, but at the end of the day, you need to start trusting, because there is many good things that are happening that we are trusting in, and the only way you know which one to trust is you go within and see what that vibe is with that thing that maybe you're looking at to trust. But the biggest thing is to trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, you're never really going to trust others. If you don't trust what you're doing, you know, this is why I always say with your passions and projects and things like that, if anyone's doing that, you've got to trust yourself that if you keep working on it, it's going to come in. The fruits of your labour will come in. It might be in 6 months or a year. Like I said with the karma, it's what you do now comes in the now future, I like to say. So there's all that going on. I'm just going to put some more oil on. You know, I'm trusting I'm doing new things on my channel and stuff in a new way, because it's a new beginning, and you know, it's nice to bring the new in. I'm going to do the sacred self-care cards, and I'm just trusting myself at the end of the day. For you, let's get a message. Right, we've got some there. We have got 3. We've got rest. A lot of people need to rest right now. Because it's taken a toll on a lot of people, you know, tiring. Because we are in a bit of a spiritual war as well. So you have got to protect yourself and get a lot of rest. Go to bed at a decent time, you know. Stop scrolling on stuff and things like that. Go to bed at a decent time and get yourself some beautiful rest. Because that's where you'll get a lot of ideas in and things, and you're working on stuff in your sleep as well, but you need rest, because good rest is going to help you in the day. It's also going to help you in other places as well. Then we've got music. Remember about beautiful music. Make music if you've got instruments, or listen to some beautiful music and get that vibe in, especially with the weather. We all know music's healing. Then we've got pleasure. Are you taking in pleasure? I know this is a bit, you know, but this is just representing pleasure. It could be pleasure with the partner. It could just be pleasure as you getting out and enjoying something. Are things pleasurable what you do in your home, in your environment, in your workspace? Is there something that needs zhuzhing up? Like, I've got to get still more stuff out of here because the vibe's not feeling right, and I do take pleasure in this room, as I love doing my things in this room, but it's just a bit more that needs to be done. But are you taking pleasure? If not, is there something you can change that? You could take something out, or you need to, like I say, for example, you might just need to swap some furniture around, or do something that just makes the energy feel more pleasurable in that room or in your garden or something? Could you put more plants out? This is what I'm getting in now. More plants out in your garden that make it more pleasing to the eye, especially now with things budding. I mean, these orchids are beautiful. I'm about to repot these as well because they need repotting, but my favourite are orchids. Absolutely beautiful. They just bud every year, all year round for me. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got that going on. I'll be doing that straight after this. So we've got that, messages for you today, and I'm just going to do asking it is given before we go. I'm just going to see if I get anything in. Oh yeah, I haven't got the trinkets, I'll go and get them in a minute. I'll get them now actually. I can get up off here. So, see. Ooh, it's blown right over there. Don't know if you heard that hit the floor. See what this is. What message is this? Oh, this is beautiful. You know what I'm always saying about abundance, people trying to be in competition. It's not about competition, that means you're incomplete. There's enough abundance for everybody, and this card is absolutely beautiful, and it's saying the same message. So it says, beautiful tree there with the sun. There is enough room for all ideas and experiences. And then on the back it says, from your non-physical perspective, you understand that there is room enough in this expansive universe for all manner of thought and experience. You had every intention of being deliberate about your own life experience and your own creations, but you had no intentions of trying to control the creations of others. Exactly. You're in control of yours. But you can't go and control other people's. This is why I think people, they get so triggered when it's as if they're trying to control someone's path. This is why I said before, your path is your own. No one can tell you what to do. It's only guidance. They think by doing things they can sway people off something or control. That's not for them to do. That would, I would say, karma's going to come back round for that, because that isn't a divine thing to do at the end of the day. Everybody's on their own path, and even when we look now, it is really frustrating. I think Laura Eisenhower even said the other day, when we're going about the jibby jabby and people that are taking it is their own path, and it's hard, but it is their own path. And there's many different situations out there where this pops up of, you know, but you had no intentions of trying to control the creations of others. But you understand there is room enough in the expansive universe. That's why there is no lack. It's an expansive universe. We couldn't even fathom how big it is. So that means there is enough for everybody. Yes, it's been a bit of a lockdown for a very long time, but there's abundance for all. People, there's a lot of people who do the same things, and this is where people go into competition. So a lot of people do what I'm doing now, and they think, oh, someone's doing the same. All over the world, there's people doing the same sort of thing, but maybe slightly different, because people think they have like original thoughts, or, you know, you're pulling out of the ether. How many times have you thought something, gone and Googled it, and someone else has done the same thing? Because that's all up there to pull out, but people might do it slightly different. And people get triggered thinking someone's doing something. It's like, no, it's all there. So we're in thrival mode, and we're not in lack. So let's get out of that. Anyway, I'll just put that back in the deck. And what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to pull and get these cards back in. I'm going to see what little message we can get out of here. I'm not looking. What's this? Oh, the little lady here. And I would say, feeling this energy, I would say she's got a joyous little face. If you can see, can I get it in camera? Will it focus? Just how do I get this into focus? There we go. A joyous little face with a yellow dress on, which I see as abundance. Yellow is very happy. She's got a happy face. Be happy where you are. You change your environment by changing the people around you, letting go of stuff and thinking of things in a very different way, that not everything is bad and you can't trust this or whatever, and get into your abundance mode of joy. Go for a walk. It's like the birds outside now. Beautiful, I can hear them. Smile. Smiling makes you feel better anyway. Even if you just sit and smile, you can't not feel happy. Is putting a smile on your face. Smile at someone else and get a smile back. But be in your joy mode, especially today. I mean, yellow. She's wearing a yellow dress. The sun is absolutely gorgeous. The weather has been beautiful. So be happy about that and get out in it. And if you're working at somewhere where you're in a lot, make sure on your dinner time you can go out for a little walk, maybe, or sit on a wall somewhere and have your dinner. Start having your dinner outside, maybe instead of the canteen, if that makes sense to anyone. And just get out and soak that sun rays up. So yeah, that's that for today. I'm just going to sit here a minute and just see if I feel like saying anything else before I go. I don't know, I just got red car, so I'm thinking, I'm just going with this. Red car, I don't know whether to do a trinket or a card. I'll do a card, a one card pull over here. I'm going to step all over my cards now. So this could be a message with anyone with red cards. I don't know, I'm just going to go with it. So I'm just going to pull one card out for a message. Clear your red car out. Got three. So I've got 8 of Wands and Ace of Cups, which to me, 8 of Wands to me is just beautiful picture, especially in this deck, of your passions and things coming in, things working together, the abundance of what you're working towards, because I always see the ones as passions and projects and things like that. Your magic coming in, got all them beautiful colours, getting into alignment of maybe what you're putting out, coming in, you know, working together. And then you've got Ace of Cups, which to me is, show the picture. Ace of Cups, getting your emotions, because cups is water, into check and knowing it's all there, and you're not getting triggered by everything all the time, or start bringing in your emotions and realising your emotions aren't who you are. You know, you can feel them, but realise where they're coming from, like I said about reflecting. And if you can get your emotions into check, you're not going to like get triggered and go off and do something that maybe was just out of a reaction. that you didn't really need to take because you were feeding too much into your emotions, when your emotions and thoughts aren't really who you are. You have to, like at the beginning of the reading, go within yourself and realise where that's coming from. So if you can get them into check, you're going to be coming more from the heart, because you're not just going to go with it because someone said something and your emotions have fired up and gone, ah, and you've gone, ah, and you've reacted. You've actually sat back and gone, what's all that about? So it's sort of that that energy again of, if you can do that, you're going to bring a lot of what you want into the world. Wands you could see as magic. You're magicking because you're not running off with just pure emotion. Though we need emotion because it's energy in motion, but not just getting triggered by it, because sometimes it's only because you've got up in that emotion because you've seen something or someone said something, but is that the truth, sort of thing. So we've got all that going on. So yeah, don't know if that makes sense to anyone. Like I say, as other people will say, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But basically the whole reading anyway for everybody was beautiful. Basically overall, go within, come with more love and compassion, you know, going with your instinct. Remember, what you put out to the world is what will come in with your karma. A few weeks, 6 months, a year. You know, it doesn't mean it comes in straight away that you think you might have got away with a certain behaviour, because it'll pop up, it'll rear its ugly head at a time where you're like, why is this happening? I've not been doing anything. You know, well, maybe it was, you know, from a bit back, who knows? And then yeah, the Peacekeeper, remember to make peace with yourself as well. Peace is coming into a lot of people. You can do all this, you become more peaceful within yourself anyway. And then I'm just going to do, oh yeah, and then at the end it's trust and thrive, because that's where we're going. We're trusting a divine plan, and thrival will be that for all. And then I'm just going to flip this affirmation book and go here. Can't really see what it says. And it says 114, I earn an excellent income in doing what satisfies me. I know I can be as successful as I make up my mind to be. There's an affirmation for you all. Yes, because it's your success is to do with you, nobody else. It's to do with you believing, again, having that trust. And if you can have income, a currency. You know, there's a lot of people out there that don't think you should, but I just think that's absolute rubbish. But you need to be doing something. When they say coming from the heart, does it satisfy you? As in, is it something you get up and you love doing, or are you just doing it because it looks good somewhere else and you're thinking, oh, I need to do a bit of that because they're doing well, or whatever. If it's not really coming from the heart, it's something you sort of jump out of bed to do in the morning and you absolutely love it, it's not really going to last that long, because it's not something that you really love. So I earn an excellent income doing what satisfies me. I know I can be as successful as I make up my mind to be. Your mind, nobody else's. So that's beautiful. And then on the other side it says, I am willing to see how and where I need to change. Beautiful, because that's what it says at the beginning when I said about reflection. Everything we're doing now is about reflecting, and so you can see the change where you need to be. That's why I say changing the world is us. Being the light we want to see in the world is you being the light and doing the actions and the speaking and the all that. A walk in prayer, as I say. A walk in prayer, as I say. So I'm going to put us out with heart chakra bowl again. And yeah. So thanks for coming in. I hope you like this setup. I'm going to be doing more. Like I said, bringing the new in, old in the release. New things have got to come in. Yeah. And I can do a lot more now, so. Say I am, and what comes next. I am love. I am light. I am truth. And remember, love what you do and do what you love. And I will see you very soon. Bye.